Announcements. We want to ensure that we all enjoy a pleasant, safe graduation ceremony. Commencement is a formal celebration.
parents, patrons, community partners, family, and friends. I'm Kelly Bortz, principal of Don Tyson School of Innovation, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our commencement ceremony as we honor the class of 2021. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Jamie Barroso and Mr. Isaiah Keaton, who both recently signed with the Arkansas National Guard and are members of the class of 2021. They will be leading the Pledge of Allegiance for us today. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Congratulations, class of 2021. Today, you are taking flight to your future. I am proud of you and feel so honored to share this day with you and your family. You've been preparing for this journey over the past 13 years, and today, as you leave Don Tyson School of Innovation's campus, you are the pilot to your destination. Amelia Earhart, the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, once said, "As soon as we left the ground, I knew I myself had to fly." You are leaving the ground today, and you are ready to take flight on the best journey yet. Journeys are exciting, and sometimes we make unexpected stops along the way. As you take flight today, I want to remind you, everyone's journey is different. It's okay to change your itinerary along the way. Those unexpected delays can lead to the most exciting opportunities. Call a DTSOI travel agent if you need travel assistance. We are cheering you on from a distance, but are only a phone call away. You are prepared and ready for the journey. Believe in yourself, follow your passions, and embrace the adventure ahead. Class of 2021, it's time to fly. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Mackenzie Kilmer, who will represent the class of 2021 by sharing a few words with you today.
Good afternoon, family, faculty, school board members, and peers. Thank you all for being here and joining us as we celebrate the class of 2021. My name is Mackenzie Kilmer, and it is an honor to be representing the Don Tyson School of Innovation seniors. For me, the reality of graduation hadn't really settled in until about a month ago. I was purposely being naive in hopes of somehow changing the status of graduation. However, I am sad to say that did not work. To me, DTSOI is more than just a school. It's my support system. I've been so blessed to have spent the past 5 years growing up with such wonderful teachers, peers, and administrators. So yes, I did procrastinate writing this speech, mainly because I did not think I could ever accurately articulate my gratitude for this remarkable school. For most of us, our journey began 1,735 days ago on August 15th, 2016. We were eager 8th graders excited to embark on the road less traveled. We did not know one another, but that did not stop us from embracing the journey ahead. Little did we know that over the span of the next 5 years, we would share countless laughs, tears, aspirations, stories, and of course, a global pandemic. All of these experiences took us from being strangers to friends to a family. During the 8th grade, we learned about the wondrous world of absolute values. We were taught that the absolute value is not about how far you go, it's about how far you've come. Although this may just seem like another mathematical concept, I think that it also applies to life. From a first-hand account, I know that it is really easy to constantly compare yourself to others. For most of my high school experience, I was preoccupied with unrealistic standards that I had to be like or be better than my peers. However, this is such a toxic way of thinking. Success should not be measured by where you are, should be measured by how far you've come. The student who learns the most is the one who went from a D- to a B+, not the one who went from an A- to an A. Learning has to do with desire, resilience, and curiosity more than just a grade on an exam. As we reflect upon the past 5 years, I think it's important to look at ourselves and see how much we've grown. For some of you, you'll be graduating as a parent. You were resilient enough to stick with your education while at the same time raising that precious bundle of joy. For others, you battled your way through mental health concerns, unsure if this day would ever be an option for you. But here you are, surpassing your own expectations. And then there are those who navigated their way through uncharted waters by becoming the first individual in their family to graduate high school. Everyone walking the stage today has overcome something to be here, and that alone should be celebrated. However, our growth does not stop here. We're about to embark on a new chapter of our lives, whether that includes going to college, trade school, the military, or straight into the workforce. And as a senior, I know that it is frustrating to always be asked the question, what are you going to be when you grow up? Although this is an important question, I would like to present a new question. Who are you going to become? You see, whichever occupation you decide to pursue, you will face struggles. You may not always get that promotion. You may not always get that bonus. You may not even get to stay in your job for very long. But life is not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you're able to build yourself up. Life is about having joy despite the circumstances. It's about finding the beauty in everyday living. It's about being a friend to the person you may find unworthy of friendship. The truth is, people will not remember you as a job title, but they will remember you by the way you led and by the way you loved others. Our time here at DTSOI has given us many examples that show the difference a good leader can make in the lives of those around them. A couple years ago, our school came up with the hashtag PhoenixFam. Upon first seeing that, my friends and I would joke about how silly it was. However, I've never heard of a more accurate statement regarding the people here at DTSOI. Although we all come from different religions, races, backgrounds, preferences, etc., we came here to learn and experience a new type of education. Our differences do not separate us, they unite us, and I think that is such a beautiful concept. On that note, I would like to extend some thank yous to the individuals who make up this phenomenal Phoenix family. To the administrators, thank you for overseeing this magnificent school. With your leadership and ambition, we were able to still attend school while at the same time being cautious of the global pandemic. You make school what it is, a safe and enjoyable place to be. To the teachers, thank you for pushing us to our utmost potential. At times when it was easy to doubt ourselves, you never doubted us. You created a fun, innovative learning environment that captivated your students. You are the reason we are graduating with the confidence we need to pursue our dreams. To the office ladies, thank you for being the definition of a school mom. Whether you knew the student or not, you always went out of your way to make sure they felt comforted and loved. To the counselors, thank you for acknowledging mental health concerns, especially in a time of global crisis. You helped us see that our worth goes beyond test scores and grades. And lastly, to my peers, where to begin? Thank you for inspiring me. There is definitely times when giving up felt like the easiest option, but you all inspire me to keep pursuing my passions. Every part, every person in this Phoenix family has helped us seniors grow into the young adults that stand before you today. I am confident that we have the materials and knowledge we need to take on this next chapter of our lives with our heads held high. We will continue to be resilient, we will continue to unite, and we will continue to rise up. Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Jared Cleveland. Dr. Jared A. Cleveland is the superintendent of Springdale School District. He previously served as deputy superintendent from July 1st, 2013 through June 30th, 2020. Dr. Cleveland has worked in public education for the past 26 years. He also served as principal of J.D. Leftwich High School and Magazine. He has been married for 27 years to Christy Cleveland. They have 3 sons, Grayson, Callan, and Camden. Dr. Cleveland began his career as a social studies teacher and coach in the Magazine School District. He earned a bachelor's degree in history/political science from Arkansas Tech University in 1993, a master's degree in educational leadership in 2003, educational specialist in 2006, and doctorate of P20 education in 2014, all from Harding University. Dr. Cleveland has served on several school boards, commissions, and councils at the state and national level. In 2005, he served as the Arkansas Commissioner for the Educational Commission of the state, and recently concluded his 5-year service as council member on the National Steering Committee for ACT state organizations. Dr. Cleveland was recognized in 2009 as the Arkansas Early Childhood Commission and Division of Child Care Outstanding Early Childhood Professional of the Year, and in 2020 as the Arkansas Association of School Personnel Administrator of the Year by the Arkansas Association of Educational Administrators. Dr. Cleveland is passionate about preparing students to enter the global workforce through the integration of technology and real-world applications and rigorous instructions. His mission is to develop minds that think, hearts that care, and hands that serve. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Cleveland.
I tell you, with a speaker like her, you really don't even need to hear from me. That was amazing. I was literally riveted to every word she said, and I thought, gosh, how appropriate. Having been here since the 8th grade, she's seen a lot of changes. How many of you have been here since the 8th grade or before? Unbelievable. So you're committed to this school. That's worth it. Absolutely. It's fantastic. Well, I know you've worked for a long time to be here. You're probably a little nervous, a little excited, have some of those butterfly feelings. Does that make sense? Do y'all have that? I understand that. It's a good feeling, honestly, because that feeling, if you ever have it, it means you're ready. If you didn't have that strange feeling, you might want to worry just a little. That's a good feeling. You have some people on the stage today that have helped make all of this happen for you. When I say all of this, the Jones Center, to the first phase, to the second phase, to the PAC, I'd like to introduce them to you. They're great people. They've had vision and understanding and actually dug to find resources to make what you have at your disposal every day in your classroom and in this room today reality. First person I'd like to introduce is our school board president. We have Miss Michelle Cook. We have our vice president, Mr. Randy Hutchison. We have our secretary on the other end down there, Mr. Nick Emerson. Come back to this side, Mr. Clinton Bell, Miss Debbie Creek, Mr. Eddie Ramos, and Mr. Kevin Owenby. Let's welcome them to the stage. You know, I see you out there with your face coverings, all of you, and I realize we're in a pandemic, but it doesn't feel like one because I feel so at home with you. You know, we have some of these things that we're fighting through, and that's okay. We will, as you say, rise from the ashes like Phoenix, right? And we're able to do that, and hopefully as a country we'll do that. I know Arkansas has done that. But our school board really took a close look at how to open schools safely beginning March 13th and slowly progressed all the way to the opening of school on August the 24th when you came back. Now, when that happened, we all looked at the Don Tyson School of Innovation really as an example of how to help our traditional schools work through how to have school through a pandemic. You used to do and still do anytime, any place, any pace learning, correct? The public schools of our community and our state haven't had that any pace opportunity and still don't. But we've taken the anytime and any place option that you have practiced over time. So we've implemented that in the other high schools. So thank you for being the guinea pig and doing it so well. I want to introduce a few other people who really helped create this opportunity for you and the rest of the 23,000 students. We have here in the front row, we have Mr. Damon Donnell, who's our Student Services Director. You know Mr. Donnell. He used to be an assistant principal here over time. He loves this place. We have Mr. Kelly Hayes. Raise your hand, Mr. Hayes. He's our Deputy Superintendent and Comptroller. Here's another star of School of Innovation, Ms. Shannon Tischer. She used to be your principal as well, and I know you know her well. She's our Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Curriculum. Ms. Kendra Clay and White, she's our General Counsel. We have Dr. Marcia Smith, who's our Associate Superintendent over Curriculum, and Miss Melissa Fink, who is our Assistant Superintendent of K-7. There are 4 components of a good speech, and I've practiced quite a bit already so far, just so you know. Had 2 graduations at Archer, went great, they were a lot of fun. We had 5 graduations yesterday, 3 for HAR-BER and 2 for Springdale High. So you hopefully will get a similar message, but not the same. I think it's important for all of us to understand we're not just one school, we're one community, we're one district. So the message needs to be similar, not the same. Obviously, we're all different schools. But there are 4 components to what I think is a pretty good speech. You won't be able to Google these and find them because it's just what I think, right? The first is be brief. I think Mr. Hayes, our Deputy Superintendent, told me I've been too long, so thank you, Mr. Hayes. You're always such a nice person to help me. But I also got something from him, which is make them laugh, have some fun. That's a good thing. 3, reflect on something that's important, that's good for us to constantly keep in our mind. And the last part is to finish strong. Let's go back to March of 2020. Can all of us go back there? The world changed for all of us. And when I say the world, I mean the world. It wasn't just our school district, it wasn't just our community, our state, it was our nation. Now, regardless of the politics, any of that mess, it doesn't matter. A virus was around us and making some of us sick, and even we've lost some great people in our community. We get that. So we did whatever it took in order for us to be here today, and you have too. In August, many of you returned face-to-face. You were one of 3 states that came back to face-to-face learning. By April of 2021, only 14 states had some sort of in-person or face-to-face learning. It's pretty amazing still. A lot of states out there, you may even have family and friends in other states that haven't returned yet. So your chance today to be here to graduate, although a little differently, you're spread out and not all your classes with you, is still a great chance to be here. And so I'm appreciative of that, and I think you are too. And I want to thank Ms. Bortz and her whole team, the whole staff, the folks that you mentioned early, as far as the ones who work in the office, the custodians, everyone who works in this building has really worked hard for you to be here today, and I want to thank them all. You know, I've said before, we had the Burger King model of education. You might get a hamburger, right? But you can have it how you want. And you've done that. Again, you've been the guinea pig for all of us. But you've had a lot of help along the way. I don't think any of you would say that you've made it here today because it's all you. You have mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, an extended family, your school family, one another. You've all had help. And that's really how life is. You don't make it on your own. You make it with a collective team that loves you. I know we're in this beautiful Performing Arts Center, but I think, Seth, are you back there? I'd like for you to turn the house lights on. Can you? We didn't practice this. Would you mind standing up and turning around? I know you know where your folks are, and just give them a wave, and whatever this means, let them know that you love them and you appreciate them and you're thankful that they're here. And recognize, yeah, it's fine, stand up. Graduates. Just give them a wave. Let them know you love them and you're grateful that they're here. Okay, I'm going to break some rules if that's okay. At Archer Learning Center the other night, we did this, and it was the most fun. And I hope, moms and dads, you'll understand, and you'll have fun with it too. I know we're in this respectful room, and it's all quiet, but I break some rules every once in a while. If you know where your graduate is, and you want to make sure they hear you, you need to yell really loudly. So stand up, tell them you love them, yell at them. Let's give them a great understanding. I know it's a solemn occasion, but it can be fun too. Great job. I can tell y'all aren't used to that. You're just sitting there like you're not supposed to do that. We're in the PAC. We're supposed to be quiet. But that's fun, and I think it's really great. But you have really accomplished a tremendous amount. Yes, some on your own, mostly with groups, efforts, moms and dads. We've all gotten somewhere together. There are many firsts that you've experienced. First to experience a pandemic as a senior, right? At least to get to graduate. In 2020, the seniors didn't get to. They didn't get to have a prom last year. You didn't either as a class of juniors. But you have, and you've done some things differently this year. From what I understand from Ms. Bortz, you had a ball at your prom that's not really a prom. I don't know what'd you call it?
Senior Sunset.
Senior Sunset. Was that fun? Good. Well, I know it came from you. The face coverings, the social distancing, all of those things that you've experienced, you've just shown such class and elegance. And I listened to you today, and to listen to the young lady who spoke earlier, I know she's a representative of all of you. You're all that good. You're all that quality. And we, as a collective school board and community, are so proud of you. I know that you have business and industry partners now. Many of you are interns at Tyson and other places. You can work on diesel engines, and you can fly drones, and you can work on oh gosh, what's the robot? No.
Robotic?
No, the one where it does surgery on people. Help me out. Yeah. Help me out. Somebody you know? Da Vinci. You win. Thank you. I told you. It's going to be fun, interactive. You can do all of those things. Way to go, Ms. Bortz. You're supposed to. You forgot to study. That's okay. You're not going to get a pass-fail. It's totally fine. But you're resilient, and you're a lot of fun. Every time I've been out here, you have been teaching the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th graders how to be a phoenix. 2 young ladies that escorted us in today, they're phenomenal. Now, they're phenomenal in their own right, but they have mentors, and that's you. And I want to thank you for that. You've invested in the underclassmen, and they appreciate you and love you for it. This group, this small group of 202 seniors, you earned $2.5 million in scholarships and growing. Moms, dads, I think that deserves a round of applause. $567 college graduate hours. 7 of you, you're going to graduate with an associate's degree as well. That's why you came here, right? Do you know what kind of a discount that is, Mom and Dad? I know some of you do. That's great. 32 students completed programs at NWTI, where you're in certified nursing, dental assistants, pharmacy technicians, diesel technicians, certified electricians and welders. You can do anything you want with those kinds of skills. 3 of our graduates are going to enter the military. I am very impressed with the dedication and the commitment that those 3 individuals have now taken. 100% of you are going to graduate. 100% of you that entered the senior seminar secured placement in college, career, and apprentice, and or the military. I don't know that any other school in the state can say that, 100%. I think that also deserves a round of applause. You know, accomplishments, they can't happen without others. And we've hammered that today. You know that. But I also want you to remember that as much as you've accomplished, your partner to your left and your right needed you, and you need them. And that's how business and industry works. Any of you go into the business field, it's a constant team effort. And I know the adults in the room, they're thinking that's true. Even if you work for yourself or on your own, you need a team around you. Some of the ladies and gentlemen on this panel up here that your school board, they own their own businesses, or they're part of a larger firm, and they talk about team all the time. And you just can't make it without a good team. In order to have a good team, you got to be a good teammate. I know you have that skill. I left you the other day with some Thomas Edison quotes at the senior assembly. Therefore, I'm just going to mention, your worth consists in what you are and not what you have. Vision without execution is a hallucination. You can't realize your dreams unless you have one to begin with. That's kind of a good one. And the thing I lose patience with the most is the clock, because its hands move way too fast. I thought that was fun. There are a couple more that I want to leave you with today before I sit down. Thomas Edison, if you've done any real research about him, he wasn't the best guy in the world. He had some pretty good quotes and he worked real hard, but what he did is he stood on the shoulders of others who did research prior. And that's okay. That's what we've done. It's totally okay. Give credit to where credit's due and then move the needle forward. Here's something, though, he said that I think is true. Opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. It's okay to get dirty and work hard. It's good. It's respectful. It's what we do as Americans. But I'm going to read you a little longer quote before I sit down. And it's about thinking and education and how it doesn't stop here. The most necessary task of civilization is to teach people how to think. It should be the primary purpose of our public schools. The mind of a child is naturally active. It develops through exercise. Give a child plenty of exercise for the body and the brain. The trouble with our way of educating is that it does not give elasticity to the mind. It casts the brain into a mold. It insists that the child must accept. It does not encourage original thought or reasoning, and it lays more stress on the memory than observation. That quote does not describe your education. And you're in a public school. Why is that? Because you know how to think. You can solve problems, and you are going to solve the problems of the future. We are so proud of you. We are so thankful that you chose Springdale, and we're also so thankful that you chose this school, which is the Don Tyson School of Innovation. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.
At this time, I would like to pause and recognize Mr. Archie Schaefer, who is here representing the Tyson family today. Mr. Schaefer, if you're in the room, if you would please stand. Thank you. I would like to share with you some of the recognitions that are provided for our graduates based on completion of requirements and/or programs at Don Tyson School of Innovation. Don Tyson School of Innovation honor graduates designated by a gold cord have completed the Arkansas Department of Education's preparatory curriculum, including higher mathematics and sciences, 2 years of a foreign language, have a final cumulative GPA of 3.5 or above, have successfully completed 2 advanced placement units of credit or a designated amount of equivalent concurrent credit classes. High honor graduates, these students have met the same requirements and have completed 4 advanced placement courses or equivalent concurrent credit classes and are wearing a gold and black cord. Highest honor graduates, these students have met the same requirements and have completed 6 advanced placement courses or equivalent concurrent credit classes and are wearing a gold, black, and red cord. National Honor Society is governed by the National Association of secondary school principals, emphasizing scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Members are designated by a white stole with the NHS emblem on the front. Northwest Arkansas Community College recognizes students that have reached certain benchmarks of completion for college hours taken successfully in conjunction with high school classes. Students that have achieved the Northwest Arkansas Community College Rising Scholar has completed 12 hours of concurrent credit and is designated by a green cord. The Northwest Arkansas Community College Higher Education State Core student has completed 35 hours of concurrent credit and is designated by a green and silver cord. The Northwest Arkansas Community College Associate's degree has completed 60 hours of concurrent credit. These students have earned an Associate's of Arts or an Associate's degree of Science. These students are designated by green and gold cords and by a medallion presented at Northwest Arkansas's Community College graduation last weekend. These students have already graduated with an associate's degree. Other honor organizations provide cords or medallions when specific organizational requirements are met. Those designations may be found in your program. As the class of 2021 comes to the stage, we ask your assistance in showing the proper respect as we honor each and every graduate. As each graduate's name is called, Don Tyson School of Innovation would like to extend the invitation to that graduate's family to stand in his or her honor. Respectful, appropriate applause is acceptable. The pomp and circumstance of the commencement ceremony requires respect, and the class of 2021 deserves honor, appreciation, and courtesy. Due to the brevity of time between announcements of each graduate, you are to refrain from any noise making that may be intrusive or cause interference with the pronouncement of the following graduate's name. Thank you in advance for your respect and cooperation. As the graduate receives their diploma, they will exit the Performing Arts Center and wait in the gymnasium until all graduates have been presented and then exit campus. We ask that you please stay seated until the alma mater and the ceremony concludes. To the Springdale Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Jared Cleveland, I present these candidates for conferring their high school diploma and attest they have met all requirements set forth by the state of Arkansas, the Springdale Public School District, and the Don Tyson School of Innovation. Will the candidates please come forth for presentation? Ladies and gentlemen, I present the class of 2021.
Lisbeth Gabriela Abrigo Quevedo. Maxley Alcala. Aurora Jeanette Alexander Hiron. Judith Areli Almaraz. Mónica Cecilia Alvarenga. Salma Lisbeth Andrés Morales. Jessica Ángeles. Yareli Anguiano Alvarán. Tremaine Eugene Level Applewhite. Stephanie Saraí Araujo Manjares. Caitlin Maria Aviles, High Honors. Jocelyn Ayala. Dawson Kumar Baga. Jonathan Quinton Bain. Diana Rodriguez Barbosa. Bailey Joyce Barnes. Emily Elizabeth Barrientos. Jamie Jamile Maruso. Levi Russell Bearden, highest honors, Northwest Arkansas Community College Associate's degree. Morgan William Bergstrom. Sarah Elizabeth Berlanga. Elliot Joseph Bowley. Cody Lewis Bolin. Katie Lynn Bonds. Alec Tayton Braden. Glenn James Brady. Lindley Catherine Brooks. Nicholas William Buckholtz, highest honors. High honors. Ayana Leanne Campbell. Francisco Campos. Katia Esmeralda Carrillo Martinez. Cordelia Margot Center. Austin Gibbons Chandler. Kimberly de Jesus Champaqueo. Edward Gabriel Cintron Gutierrez. Matthew David Cook. Macy Noel Coover. Cray Wynn Cawthron, Northwest Arkansas Community College Associate's degree. Daniel Elijah Cotton, Northwest Arkansas Community College Associate's degree. Ashlyn Rose Crouch. Haley Marie Crumpler. Javier Manuel de la Cruz. Emily de la Torre. Jordan Ashley Delamotte. Alexis Marie Draper, highest honors. Justin Josue Duarte. Lynette Eddy. Matthew Cole Eddy. Madison Edwards, honors. Samantha Ann Escalante, honors. Alexander Alim Escobar, honors. Austin Celeste Esch. Leslie Jareth Flores Sierra. Zane Thomas French. Cheyenne Kayleen Fritz. Hannah Nicole Fry. Priscilla Janice Garcia. Hannah Bell Girian. Abraham Puga Gomez. Jasmine Patricia Gonzalez. Angel Gonzalez Dominguez. Alexis Odani Gonzalez Merlos. Tiana Annette Gooley. America Gutierrez. Jasmine Helby. Cooper Jackson Drake Hartsfield. Savannah Hernandez. Angelica Estela Hernandez Foster. John Daniel Hickey. Isaac Alexander Hignite. Amaya Shanice Johnson. David Anderson Jones. Burke Aaron Youngward. Joshua Luke Justice. Isaiah Shepard Keaton, highest honors. Kennedy Ann Kier. Honors. Mackenzie Lynn Kilmer. High honors. Brandon Wesley Kincaid. Olivia Ann Koprovic. Riley Nicole Watkins.
Thank you for being here today to celebrate your graduates. In just a moment, we will ask you to stand as Don Tyson School of Innovation's alma mater is played, which is recorded by the Don Tyson School of Innovation Choir. At the conclusion of the alma mater, we ask that you continue to follow safety guidelines as you exit the Performing Arts Center. Please stand at this time as our school alma mater is played, and we will be dismissed after.
Our loyalty to our colors red and gray. Alma mater, we will not falter, and here we will stay. We will cherish this school. We will soar in the sky. We will learn, we will learn, we will fly at Edison. Of the phoenix soaring high above, we have the spirit to sing with love. We all use our 5 habits of the mind. If the phoenix can fly, then so can I. We will cherish this school. We will soar in the sky. We will learn, we will learn, we will fly at Edison.
I wanted to recognize Allison Wolfe, who is a senior. She will be recognized at the second ceremony, but she actually wrote our alma mater, so that is special to us, and I wanted to make sure that we recognize her today. Again, thank you for being here with us today to celebrate your graduate, and please be safe as you leave campus.